Okay, y'all. A lot of stuff that was supposed to be done during Diddy's trial is starting to be done now before the sentencing. Yeah, it's backwards, but better late than never, right, y'all? So we about to talk about it. Diddy is in some serious trouble. Everything that was kept out of court and stuff like that is now, people that was quiet, people that didn't come to court, whatever, they are now being allowed to come before the judge before the sentence. So let's talk about it, y'all. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Thursday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings. And please, y'all, watch the company that you keep, because it just may save your life or keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So let's get to it, y'all. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's a lot going on in Diddy's case right now. This is crazy that it's so much action going on now that wasn't going on before his trial. This doesn't make any sense. But like I said, better late than never. Okay? Diddy is trying everything in his power to get his way right now, y'all. He is stomping and screaming right now and panicking. Seriously, Diddy, he knows he's in trouble. He knows that his stuff done caught up with him. And his money and nothing else and fame is going to stand in the way of that. And they are trying it all, y'all. Even accusing the judge, y'all, of, not liking black folks. And people are already out here calling them out on that bull crap, okay, y'all? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. His judge gave him chances that he shouldn't have gave him. And it's a possibility that that's why he's allowing a lot of stuff in now, because he didn't allow it in during the trial, and he should have. And I don't understand that. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about why the judge withheld so much. Now, we already knew, word on the street, that the prosecutor was on some crooked stuff, okay? Which everybody thought that it had something to do with the prosecutor, to why certain witnesses wasn't brought forth, and this and that and this. In my personal opinion, that played a big role. But, people are saying now that the judge also stopped a lot of witnesses and people from coming forth and stuff like that, which I don't understand. If he did wrong, why not let everybody that he did wrong come forth and say something? Why did this judge not allow it? I don't get that. But now he's putting his foot down. And now he's letting people come forward. And see, Diddy, he got his way before the trial started. If Diddy didn't want a certain witness to come forward, he told his dream team. And they made it happen. And that person was not allowed to testify. Which didn't make no sense. If somebody's on trial and they did somebody wrong, everybody should be able to testify that. Got proof that he did whatever he did. And they wasn't allowed to testify. So he got his way. Which is why things went the way they went. Because he would have been charged for that RICO if everybody would have came forward that he done done stuff too. Well, now, a lot of people want to come forth before the sentencing. Well, for the sentencing. They want to come forth now. And the judge is allowing them to do so. Yes, y'all, he tried to stop his assistant from, coming forth and say something to the judge. He tried to stop it. And the judge said, no, we're going to allow her to talk. So the judge is now letting people talk, which is a good thing. I just wish they would have did it before, I'm saying they laid the hammer down and let him get away with the RICO charge. I wish the judge would have did his job on that part. While Diddy was getting his way, he was praising the judge. You're doing a good job. Your Honor. Because he was getting his way. Now that he's not getting his way, people are coming for the judge. And clearly, very level-headed bloggers are calling people out on their stuff for coming at the judge when he has been real lenient with Diddy in the first place. When he didn't have to be. Okay, y'all? It's a lot going on right now. Word on the street is there are other witnesses coming forth, people coming forth that did not testify. Other people are coming forth now, and they are being allowed to talk about their experiences with Diddy. And the majority of the people that's coming forth right now that didn't get to go to court, y'all, they're putting in their statements. They're coming to speak at the sentencing. And the majority of them is talking about how that they were given stuff against their will. When they were around Diddy, they were slipped something in their drink or their food or whatever, just like that movie. And they were taken advantage of by Diddy. And he is scared out of his mind because of the fact that he has no control over it. A lot of his lawyers, and we know he got a whole dream team he put together. A lot of his lawyers they putting in work right now. Some serious paperwork they putting in, trying to get the judge to not allow stuff. And the judge is saying, no, they're going to allow it anyway. So now they got to go back to the chopping block again and see what else they're going to come with. And it's looking like they don't have a chance in HELL, y'all. This is what it's looking like. Diddy is in trouble. His finally, everything that he has done to other people is starting to come back and nip him in the tail. And he's petrified, y'all. I got my popcorn hot and ready. I got my popcorn ready, y'all, for tomorrow. I got it ready. I don't know about y'all, the sippy sip, the popcorn, the everything. Okay, if you got to put some steak up in there, do whatever it is that you got to do, get it ready, because this is going to be a show tomorrow. For real. I think this is going to be more interesting than the court case was. Because now they're allowing stuff they did not allow. So this is going to be very interesting, y'all. And I hope they have the camera. They won't even let us see Diddy. And you can't go by these drawings because they saying these drawings is not up to par. He really looks pitiful than these drawings. These drawings is doing him some justice. I don't understand why we can't see the expression on his face, because I would love to see it, okay, y'all? I would love to see it. This is history in the making right now. And y'all, this man is sentenced to a very lengthy time in prison. Justice, will halfway be served, because I'm telling you, he deserves life. To be honest, how he treated people, word on street, the way he allegedly treated people in the industry that wasn't in the industry, people that was in relationships with him, people that wasn't that got out of the relationship, people that was trying to get in a relationship with other people that he had dated before and he wasn't even dealing with no more. This guy is pathetic. And everything that he got going for him right now, he deserves. And all the people that's out here defending him, saying that Diddy's getting done wrong and this and that and this, they just as sick as he is. My personal opinion. They're just like him. That's why that they're defending him, y'all. Because who would defend a monster like Diddy, y'all? Ask yourself this question. Who in the world would defend him? And anybody that does, well, what kind of dirt they done swept under their rugs, okay, y'all? Is it that they want these parties to start back up when Diddy get out so they can go and have their mingle-tingle sessions, with people against their will and keep the party going? Because that's all that's going to do. He's going to come out and be 20 times worse if he get away with this. And this is why he didn't get this bad so far, because he didn't get away with this crap for years. There have been rumors in the industry and everywhere else that Diddy played a major part in people that have lost their lives in the industry. And he didn't get away with it, and he didn't bathe in the rumors. Y'all, word on the street. And It's so many others that he has done things to that is messed up right now. If you think about Britney Spears, if you think about Q from Day 26, they are on pharmacy stuff. They are messed up in the head right now because of Diddy. Word on the street. And they haven't even got justice yet. It's so many people that still have not gotten justice for what Diddy have done to them that it doesn't make any sense. And that's all we want to see is justice to be served, whatever way it comes. And right now, it's looking like we might get some justice, finally. Even if it's a little bit. Because this 20-year sentence, maximum sentence thing, is a slap in the face to all the things that he has done to other people, too. It's a slap in the face to body counts that's out here. Okay, y'all? That allegedly he played a part in. Okay, y'all? The manipulation of people that's younger. I still have people coming in my comment section. You was talking about prayers up for Cassie. Yes, I am talking about prayers up for Cassie. Even though these girls are stupid and young and want the bag and the this and that, this is what they are being taught from little bitty somethings now. This is what the music is teaching them. This is what older celebrities that they look up to is teaching them. Get that bag, Nasty Red and all of these people. This is what they're teaching these youngins. And just because they young and dumb doesn't mean that they're not being manipulated. Just because they want the bag and think this is the way to get it, it doesn't mean that they're not being manipulated. Diddy is way older than Cassie. Cassie is stupid. She got some screws missing. Okay, y'all? And her thing was to make Diddy happy. Okay? By any means necessary. She ain't dumb. She knew that Diddy was out here allegedly behind a lot of bodies that went down. She knows he can reach out and touch her whenever he felt like it. Touch her family members and all of that. If she was going to stick with him, she had to go full force in. And this is what the women around him did to please him. This is what they did. And just going in a little bit dealing with Diddy, they got packages, special delivery packages, y'all, that they can't get rid of. And they probably, depressed about that type of situation. Ain't nobody else going to want them anymore. So they'll just deal with Diddy and deal with all these other men and women probably. And whatever else that he threw their way that he wanted to sit back and watch them do. This is what they did. He paid their rent. They did his favors for him. They let him record them. They let him sit back and watched and got off on watching them do all kind of nastiness. Okay, y'all? Ain't no way that when Cassie first met Diddy, she was going to really think that and would want to stay with a man that was going to be doing number one all over her, with another man doing all over number one over her too. All in her face, or just R. Kelly and her all over the place. You think that's what she wanted when she first met? You think she knew what she was getting herself into? But he gradually got her there. And all she was thinking about was being his main chick, being on his arm. She liked it the front. She wanted people to think that, she have arrived. And that Diddy loved her. And this is what some of the other women wanted too. They wanted to be on his arm. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why, because he wasn't worth for none of this. If he bought them a $20 million mansion, ain't no way in the world that a person with some sense that got all their screws in their head would want to be degraded and done the way that he did them. They would turn down that $20 million house in a minute. But you got some that got some screws missing that will put up with some mess like this, and that's what they did. He got them young, he got them dumb, and then he also went a step further than that. Got them hooked on street pharmacy stuff, y'all. They might have been doing a little bit of trees and this and that, but he introduced them to bigger things. And we all know the more money you got, the better pharmacy stuff that they go out there and get for them. And get them hooked on stuff. And then you got somebody that's young, that's dumb, and hooked on street pharmacy stuff. 3 bad combinations. And this is how he manipulated a lot of these women. So I don't want to hear, oh, Cassie knew what she was doing. Cassie, she liked it. She did, she that. Because y'all, the people that's saying that sound stupid. And it is what it is. You cannot say that he didn't play a major part on how Cassie turned out. And you can't blame her for having some screws missing. Because he seemed to, get off on women that has screws missing. Look at the one that didn't go to court. She was pregnant. And he was putting paws on her and feet. She didn't have to go get the baby taken out. He took care of that himself. By putting paws and feet on her. And she still stood up to him. Stood up for him to the end. She wouldn't even come to court or none of that. And he did her just as dirty as he did the rest of them. The stuff that he did to Cassie at that hotel was nothing compared to what he did to the woman that stood by him to the end. Any 2 times that you are pregnant and you lose your baby because of a pause session, that pause session was worse than Cassie's. And she stood by him. She went up against other people, even after she went on Tasha K's show and told everything that Diddy was doing to her. She still stood by him. She cussed people out that tried to defend her. That goes to show you they got some screws missing. You can't blame people for having some screws missing. You don't even know what type of lifestyle they had before they even met Diddy. They could have had problems at home. They could have been, people done stuff to them before they even met Diddy. Because sometimes when you have went through some kind of trauma with somebody that did you dirty when you were young, you're prone to those type of people. It's just like a woman that they get in a relationship with somebody that put paws on them, and they get out that relationship, and then they go get into another one with somebody doing something even worse. Sometimes they prone to that same type of treatment. So you don't even know what these girls that went through before then, these women, before they met him. Y'all don't even know. So it's hard for you to say, oh, Cassie this and Cassie that. I think Cassie was very brave, what she did. And she came forward while she was pregnant to deal with this mess. She knew all of that stuff was going to come out about her. She knew it. She knew they were going to drag her through the mud. And she stood there and she took it. So salute to Cassie. Salute to everybody that came forward to tell on Diddy. Because there's so many, there's a tight lip right now. And they know a lot and they're being quiet about it. So if you got a problem with what I'm saying about, prayers up for Cassie, then just go to somebody else's page. Because this is a very, this whole situation is very delicate when it comes to victims out here that done went through things like this. You don't know what and it's so much stuff that didn't come out. It's so many things that they didn't even talk about, that Cassie didn't talk about, that she didn't go into details about how she felt about this man when she met him, to, just every little, there's so many details that were left out that were probably so very important. But she don't have to prove nothing to anybody. She don't have to prove anything to anybody anymore. There were so many people that was jealous because she got that money. That money ain't going to last her the rest of her life unless she invests or something. All the stuff she went through with Diddy, she should have got way more than that. And people were jealous because she got that money. Look at all this money she got. And she still want to tell that because it's her story to tell. And if she wanted to tell it, that's her prerogative. For real, for real. And if this would have happened to anybody else, it would have been there when they ready to tell it. Anytime somebody goes through some stuff and they decide that it's time for them to tell something, it's so many things that sometimes it takes you a minute to even be able to tell people what you done went through. I know it takes you sometimes years and years and years to even be comfortable to talk about it. And then when you get ready to talk about, you let a little bit out, but you don't even feel comfortable talking about the whole situation. So, like I said, salute to her. And y'all, I know Diddy is shaking in his boots right now, okay? Or flip flops, whatever they let him wear in the prison. He's shaking in them right now because he is not getting his way once again. So I just wanted to give y'all a quick update on what was going on with Diddy. There's a lot going on. More people are coming forth. This sentencing hearing is going to be off the chain, y'all, because people are being allowed to talk that wasn't before. All right. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Peace.